So to figure out how much water is in the snowpack, the classic method that has been used for a long time is to dig a snow pit. And so the students here in the 157M class, one of the snow pits up here on top, they are currently in the process of digging their pit. And they have to dig that pit all the way down to the ground surface to be able to figure out how much water is in the entire column of snow. And so once we get this whole pit dug, in this case probably 10 or 12 feet deep, we will then go down and take measurements through that whole column of snow. And we're trying to get at the density of the snow, so how much actual moisture, how much water is in that snowpack. So we'll do the density of the snow, we know the density of water, and then if we know the height of the snowpack, we can actually calculate then the snow water equivalent, or the water equivalent in the pack. So the first process is to mark off an area, we figure out which way that pit is facing, because we can then determine the sun influence on the pit. So they're going to dig a pit all the way down to the ground, and then we're going to start some of our measurements.
Ready, boys?
26.
You're going to want to take this.
Is that where we last left off?
Yeah.
Okay, 126 to 127 is another layer
Of course.
And then the rest looks fine so far, but we'll keep digging.
Look at how this is really fine grained. Big snowfall, stayed cold, didn't melt. You had some early snowfall here or whatever, and then it melted, right? Big ice layer warmed up. Then this is all really fine grained and cold snow, right? And a deep snowfall. Then again, warmed up the top, then more snowfall. So we want you to kind of like go through and record the layers, okay?
What are the types?
Well, we got a lot of layers here. Started off with some fresh powder up here at the top, and then at about 2.5 we got some coarse layer until about here. And then we start getting these little bands of ice layers that go across.
Satellites, and they use like grain size to retrieve that. So then you have all these layers with different grain size, and then you have like this signal from the satellites. They penetrate through the snowpack, and there is some kind of algorithm to retrieve how much, like how deep is your snowpack. So that's why it's really important to get grain size out of a snowpack.